hope that we can, as a community, come to a point which Islam tells us that what we say and what we do need to match what we learned from our blessed Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His tradition was not one that ignored science, nor one that ignored medicine, nor one that ignored spirituality. His sunnah, his tradition, is one that integrated all of them. And we have these beautiful proofs, such as the example of his wife, Sayyidah Aisha, who is known to have given those who felt depressed, including for postpartum depression in her community, yani the community of Medina, something called talbina. Talbina was a dish made of barley, milk, honey. And those components are definitely a blessed components. But what always gets me is the fact when they asked Sayyidah Aisha, why are you giving this meal or this dish to people who are not feeling well? Who taught you this? She said, I learned it from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He taught me to do this. And it really, as a psychiatrist now in this field, I sit back and I reflect on how it could have been that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told Sayyidah Aisha, if you find somebody who's depressed or sad, tell them to pray. Here's a dua they should read. But that's not what the hadith says. That's not what the narration says. We definitely have du'as of what you say when you're feeling down or anxious. Absolutely. In fact, it's part of the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that every morning, part of his adhkar al-sabahi wal-masa, the dhikr he would say in the morning and evening, one of the main adhkar that he would say, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-hammi wal-hazan. Oh Allah, I seek refuge in you from sadness and grief. So we know there are du'as to be said, but look at what he instructed Sayyidah Aisha. He said, give them this thing to take. Meaning, you can have an emotional or a mental health condition. And the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ is yes, to pray on one hand and make dua, here's the du'as, but also to take what you need to get better. Yani, you can take something by mouth, orally, to help you with an emotional issue.